So on the table, I have a wide variety of different ways that love is represented in the tarot, different types of love. And I wanted to talk about how the strongest kinds of relationships have multiple types of love. Um, and then love will sort of, one type will wax in and another type will wane out. And that's just the way that it works. But a really strong and long-lasting relationship fulfills a lot of these. So I'll talk about Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, like the first of the emotions, is it's and this card is damaged, but Ace of Cups is like my cup runneth over. It is a love that you have in your own heart. It could have a spiritual source. It could be self-love if you don't really recognize or understand the world as being spiritual. It's something that comes from within. Two of Cups is, you sharing that with another person, where it's like you share the water in this cup. You share it. You're both overflowing and you give to each other, and it creates a sort of mirroring energy. And this can be romantic, or it can be a friendship. It can be some other type of relationship. And then you get to Three of Cups. Three of Cups is kind of like a celebratory love. It's like you're happy. You're happy when you're with this person. You're always celebrating. You're having fun. Probably drinking. Could be drinking. It's a joyful type of love. And then I'm going to skip to Six of Cups, because Six of Cups speaks to that kind of love that you feel for somebody who just feels like home. It's like when you're with them, you feel peace, you feel comfort, you feel like you're at home. And it can be somebody from your past, or it can be like somebody that you've known a long time, or it can actually be a past life. Or the feeling of a past life connection where you just meet somebody and it's like you've always known them. That's kind of love. Page of Cups is like a new romantic type of feeling where you're just like head over heels. You're just like, oh my God, this person is so awesome, and you're just all caught up in your feelings. That's a Page of Cups type of love. Okay. I also have Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a very fulfilling type of love. I suppose if you have Ten of Cups, you have the elements of the other cups in here. So Ten of Cups is a sort of more complete type of love. It's talking about completion of love. But even if you don't have all 10 cups, right? If you have some of these cups with somebody, it can, make for a more solid relationship. And I have the Lovers, and I have the Devil with the Lovers, because this is like, the Lovers is a commitment. It's a commitment that feels good. It's a choice in love, right? The Devil is when that turns sour, or the sour aspect of love. So think of bondage. But it's sort of two sides of the same coin. So if you have a relationship that has one type of love but not another, it can like limit the length of your relationship. Like, for example, I recently was in a relationship where I had Two of Cups and I had Three of Cups. So I had, a special connection with the person one-on-one. I had the ability to sort of play and have fun with this person, but I did not have the choice to love, the commitment. So without like the commitment, there could be no Four of Wands, which is like you're building the foundation for something. Something that you can grow together. This is like, it also symbolizes a wedding, but the idea is it's the four corners of, a happy new beginning. So, I have had in my past, I had a marriage that was this, And I didn't have a lot of anything else, really. I just had the commitment without a lot of emotional backing to it, and that wasn't stable either. I think if you have these two together, you can go pretty far. But like I said, the more you have, the more long-lasting the relationship will be. So the Eight of Wands is just that's like I put it in here. It maybe doesn't belong. I kind of went back and forth about whether it belongs, but because it does signify like Cupid's arrows. If that's all you have, that's not much. It's just a message. It's just something that needs to get across pretty fast. Right? But let's see. What if you had this kind of love? I had a friendship at one point that was almost all this. And that's really what it was. I didn't really have, I had Six of Cups with the person. I had the feeling that I knew the person deeply. I had the feeling that we were, we had a past life connection, that I could sense it. It was a feeling of familiarity, but we didn't have Two of Cups. We didn't really, we kind of fought. We didn't really connect with each other in this way. We didn't have Three Cups either. We didn't like celebrate. We didn't have fun together. And it caused the friendship to be stressful. Like this person, this Six of Cups person that I'm thinking about, we sort of break apart from each other every now and then and don't talk for a year. And then we will, come back together because there's that feeling of home, that feeling of familiarity. But, without other types of love to strengthen it, it does fall apart. Even though it comes back together, because the other thing about the Six of Cups is you see the ex here. It is sometimes your ex returning to you. And this is a friendship. Let me see what else. If you just have Ace of Cups is always great. But Ace of Cups is something that you're feeling in yourself. And it's, it hasn't moved. The Ace of Cups you should always have. If you have the Ace of Cups, it's supportive of all your relationships to have the Ace of Cups. You don't want to get all of your emotions, all of your cups. Cups, what goes in the cups, it symbolizes our emotions, love, if it's pure water, if it's wine, whatever it is we're drinking in. If you don't have a good Ace of Cups yourself, and you have to get your cup filled by somebody else, that's, that becomes a problem. Coming back to the Page of Cups, if you look, like, he's got a fish in his cup, it's like, it's supposed to be water, and he's got a fish in there, and it's flapping around. It's, it's a dreamy energy, but it's also very creative. But if you stay in the creativity without, in the creative energy, it can just sort of become haphazard, right? It's just too much like potential without things really being realized. But Page of Cups is great. Page of Cups should be in the beginning of every relationship. But if Page of Cups is all you have and you never get past it, it won't last. That's certain. And I have the Devil in here because, the Devil is like the dark side of love, obsession, being addicted to somebody, unrequited love is the Devil. But being in the Devil energy is usually, if you're in the Devil energy about a person, it is a kind of love. It's an unhealed love. You need to sort of, heal it up. If you get some Ace of Cups going on, if you're in Devil energy, you got to bring in some Ace of Cups to clean it up and sort of, filling your own cup again. Because when you need another person like this, it's quite draining. So what will happen if you're all Two of Cups and no Three of Cups, right? You might be, really understand a person. You might see synchronicities with their life and your life. I have a friendship like this. I feel like my best friend, I'm in Two of Cups often with my best friend. We are like, we go through the same thing at the same time. We mirror each other. We have similar experiences. But you gotta celebrate that too, because if you don't celebrate it, it can begin to feel, it can feel like the closeness can become a burden, right? So you got to have some celebratory energy to sort of balance out the intimacy of the Two of Cups. But if you're all Three of Cups, and I had a relationship like this, it was a really fun relationship. It was short, but we had like a lot of banter, and we were always playing, we were always joking, everything was a joke, we were always laughing, having fun. And it was a romantic relationship, and it really couldn't be sustained like that, because when there were real things that were bothering one of us that we had to talk about, we really didn't know how to relate to each other in any way other than to celebrate and to joke, and so that fell apart. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, a long-lasting relationship has multiple aspects here, multiple cups going on. It could be 10 of Cups. If it's 10 of Cups, it's pretty perfect. But even a 10 of Cups needs a little excitement, needs a little 8 of Wands. Even a 10 of Cups needs a little 4 of Wands to keep building stuff, to keep creating. And I guess, and